How's it? Today is Tuesday, April 29th. Happy birthday, Chris. I don't know if you're going to watch this. You might. Definitely more chance than mom. But that's my brother. Today is an interesting day because last week I failed miserably at this day for the Russian squat routine. And I'm trying again. Because last week on Tuesday, I just could not do nearly what I wanted to do. And then my back started acting up. And then I tried again on Wednesday, the day after, which was not good given my time crunch and everything like that. And I was like completely demoralized at that point. I didn't know what I was going to do. And then kind of towards the end of the week, I decided that I would take a little bit more time to be a little bit more deliberate with my sleep and my diet and everything before trying again. And that's kind of what today is. Today is the culmination of the last 5 days or so. And my warm-ups are pretty good. My hip is not as kind of restrictive as it was last week when my back started hurting. I was kind of mobilizing my piriformis and my glute med a little bit, and I feel a lot tighter and a lot stronger. And like today's goal was just to maintain tightness throughout, keep the hip circle on and keep my same belt. Whereas last week I switched to my Eleiko belt when things got dicey. This is my last warm up here. 5 sets of 5. That's the goal for 157, which is 85% of 185, and that did not look very convincing. And it's a weird situation because this first set was dummy hard. This first set, I only do 2 reps, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. Like, look at how hard that grinder, like that was a grinder, and I don't know what's going on here, but historically, the first set is always the hardest for me. Well, I mean to get started, because I guess I'm not really primed for the correct weight and everything, and I try my best to warm up properly today, but I couldn't overcome that. So I came back for my second set and I was like, okay, this first set of 2, I'm just going to try and flush it and just move on and try my best to do my sets of 5 here, right? But you'll see here, that little second guess there on that 4th rep, that killed me. And I was like, yeah, trying to debate whether or not I should take this 5th rep, and I ultimately decided not to. That was a long time standing there. But after that, I look at the sets and I'm like, okay, like, first rep is actually really solid. Like, look at that. This is my 3rd set, right? So I'm just trying my best to get 1 set of 5. Once I get 1 set of 5 under my belt, I feel like the momentum in my like mentality will shift and things will be like night and day. But I was unable to overcome the weights. And once this field started, I was like, okay, everything is starting to fall apart. And then my goal kind of shifted on this set here. My goal was like, okay, I'm just going to do 3 here, and we're just going to do triples up until I reach, 25 total reps, which is 5 sets of 5. So I'll have the similar amount of volume, of course, split up amongst other sets. But that, like, first 2 reps are really solid. That 3rd rep was like, yeah, that's probably what I'm going to try to do. And I watched the video again, and, I got it in my head that I was like, if I get all of these really good, like, look at that. That is ridiculous how easy, like, it's moving. Like, I don't know what it is that really affects me, but, like, even that 3rd rep was good. And then I get to this 4th rep, and then I fail. And, like, I'm so over it at this point. I'm like, okay, I hit the skull rack. That's not something I normally do. I don't normally let it get to that point where things get so, like, frustrating, where it becomes violent. I don't know. It's not violence towards anyone else, but yeah. This set here, I got a little cocky. That first rep was really solid. Second rep was not as good, and then 3rd rep, again, super, super, super hard. And maybe if I had split those 2 up, then that 3rd rep would have been easier, and I might have been able to scoop out a 4th rep. But I look over at Keith, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't do this. I showed him the videos, and I'm like, dude, the first rep looks so good on all of these sets. Like, it looks like I am very, very strong, and then for whatever reason, my second rep or my third rep just becomes impossibly difficult. And I was like, I don't know what it is that I'm thinking about and what I'm trying to do differently here. This is my last set, by the way. Eight. I tried 8 sets. I tried my best on this one to actually push out from my core brace a little bit harder, and I think it did help, like a good amount. But I don't know. At this point, I was tired, so I ended up actually only getting 22 out of the 25 total reps, which is, still pretty commendable considering how bad last week was. But I don't know. I don't know what to do from here. Like, this is the Russian squat routine. I'm only halfway done, and I didn't even finish this first day. So we'll see what happens. Things have been very bad and very weird, and it's really frustrating for me. But I'm probably trending towards trying again, just because those first couple reps on all of those were so good, and like, it's just confusing to me. I'm a very, very experienced lifter, and it's confusing to me why things like that are just impossible. It goes from like 8 in difficulty to like 1,000 in the next rep, and I don't know if it's my mental or whatnot. But yeah, stick around to see what happens. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.